Mm. Let's just start with a few deep breaths and keep your eyes open if you'd like. I'm going to imagine that I can see each one of you and make eye contact, and we can breathe together if that feels good to you. Um, so, we're going to be doing belly breathing and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I'd welcome you to make a sigh to allow the exhale to just flow easily out of you. So we're going to breathe into the belly. Belly expands with the inhale. Ah, if you're comfortable making an audible sigh, I would encourage you to do that. And you can imagine that we're able to look at each other, able to connect through the eyes. Ah, hearing each other, connecting through sound. Ah. Now stretching your face and maybe even giving your jaw a little massage. I know I really hold a lot of tension in my face and in my jaw. I'm just imagining we're here in person together. Imagining you're sitting here with me in Nicaragua, very sweaty, very, very humid. And we're here together, and there's birds, and we can connect directly through the eyes. And when we connect through the breath and sound and the eyes, there's this soothing that can happen in the nervous system and this co-regulation. We have these mirror neurons in our brain that can help our nervous system calm if the person in front of us is calm. So let's do that again and again. We're going to be breathing in deeply into the belly. And then, if you can, make an audible sigh so that you hear your own sound and then you also hear my sound. And you can either close your eyes and tune into the sound, or if you want to watch, because when you're watching me on the screen and you're seeing my body expand and soften, and your body is doing the same thing, it's almost like our nervous systems are syncing up together, and it can help us not feel so alone. It can help us feel more connected, help us feel like we have a sense of belonging. And most people, their nervous systems relax when there's more of a sense of belonging, a sense of connection. You might notice yourself yawning. It That can happen when there's a relational tuning in and connecting, and the nervous system can calm down. Sometimes we yawn. Even just talking about it, I'm doing that even though I can't see you. All right, so let's breathe together and we'll just do, you know, 10 or so breaths together in this way. Breathing into the belly. Ah, right here with you. Ah, ah, ah. Nah. Ah, And if our breathing isn't perfectly synced, it's fine. All right. And just moving your shoulders and neck in a way that feels good. You're rolling the shoulders. Ah, funny that I'm yawning and feeling more regulated, even though I can't see you. Just imagining that you're there is calming my nervous system. Funny how that works. Stretching the neck. I just am reaching my arm out so that my neck can elongate. And then pushing your head up and leaning the head in the other direction. Arm is outstretched, pointing away from the head. Feeling that nice long neck. And pushing the head up. Rolling the shoulders again. Maybe doing a little bit of neck rolling. Either just a front half circle, or if your neck likes to go all the way around, you can do that. And then turning the head to the right. And turning the head to the left. And I just learned this way to reset the vagus nerve. We'll do that as well. So putting your hands behind your head. Head is pointing forward and you're going to put your eyes to the right. So you're looking towards your right elbow. And what we're looking for is another yawn or a sigh. So you're going to look to the right. Head is forward, but you're looking with your eyes to the right elbow until you sigh or yawn. And that's kind of the signal that your nervous system is calming. The vagus nerve has been reset, or you could say it, the parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest part of your nervous system, is coming more online. And then once you've yawned or sighed, coming back to center. Again, head is still pointed forward, but now your eyes are looking left. There's the left elbow. Head is still forward. Again, you might sigh or yawn again. Sometimes can take a minute, 90 seconds. Moving back to center, dropping the hands. And now turning your head again and seeing, does the neck actually stretch a little bit more? It's usually what happens. And then looking over the left shoulder. Again, you probably will find that your range of motion is a little bit more in your neck now. And maybe you'll notice that your nervous system, you feel a little more calm, a little more relaxed. And we're going to do a couple more things to settle into um, really letting the body, the nervous system land in this moment. So toning can be a really nice way to do this. And after the toning, we'll just go straight into meditating. Um, so you can tone. I find it easier to tone sitting up, but if your body wants to lie down today and that's what you're needing, that's totally fine. Um, Actually, before the toning, let's do some alternate nostril breathing. Again, a way of like balancing the nervous system, calming the nervous system. And most of us are hyperactivated in our culture. Sympathetic, fight or flight, freeze is more on than off. So we're just bringing in this parasympathetic rest and digest. We're using these different techniques. Connecting was the first one that we did. This works really well in person if you're able to hug someone and do the breathing together and the sighing together so that you can hear each other. It works amazing in person. So if you have a good friend or a partner, relative, kiddo, and you develop this habit, it's a really quick way to co-regulate the nervous system and have us feeling more at ease very quickly. Because we're relational, right? We soothe through connection. Self-soothing is important too, but being able to connect our nervous systems up and feel more safe. I mean, we're animals really. This is helping the animal body feel more safe. And then we did the head turning and then the eyes. Again, this is bringing that rest and digest system online. And then we'll do alternate nostril breathing and then we'll do toning. So we're doing 4 practices today to soothe the nervous system before we go into meditation. Because for me, I find that if I go into meditation kind of jacked up or going fast, it's just so much harder to meditate, so much harder to drop into the present moment. And for those of us that are constantly going, it can feel almost even re-traumatizing to just sort of be in that fast place and then try to sit still. I find it very uncomfortable. That's why I do all these things to prepare my body and mind for meditating. Okay, so for the alternate nostril breathing, you're going to take your right hand and your middle finger and your pinky finger are gonna, sorry, your middle finger and your pointer finger are gonna bend down. So my ring finger and my pinky and my thumb are all up. Okay. And then the thumb is gonna go on my right nostril. And then these 2 fingers are gonna go on my left nostril. And when we do alternate nostril breathing, we always start and end with our left nostril. So I'll walk you through it. You're going to block your right nostril and breathe in through the left. Block the left, out through the right. In through the right, block the right, out through the left. Drop your jaw. In through the left, block left, out the right. Soften the jaw. In through the right, out through the left. Close your eyes if you want. Spine is long. In through the left, close the left. Breathe out through the right. In through the right. Close the right, out through the left. Belly is soft. Breathing in through the left, belly expands. Closing the left, out through the right, in through the right, closing the right, out through the left, and dropping the hands, noticing. Mm, and we're going to tone and we're going to just do simple ohms. The idea with toning is it's not important how you sound. It's more about feeling the vibration in your body. Be very, very direct and quick way to drop into the present moment, connect with our own body, feeling the vibration of the sound moving through your body. So we're going to do several ohms. I'm just going to keep doing it until I stop. And then when I stop ohming, go silent in yourself and just see if you can feel, because it can, when we get to this place of really noticing subtler and subtler states of consciousness, you'll actually, after you practice this enough and you really get still enough, you'll realize that once you stop oming, you're still actually can feel the vibration in your body. It feels really cool. And it can be a way to, again, keep connecting to the present moment. Just keep, it doesn't last forever. I can't feel it forever, but I can feel it for a little bit after I stop oming. Okay. And I've read that I think it's either 9 or 13 minutes of continuous toning that can really shift emotional states. Um, and so we're not going to do it for that long, but um, I have used toning when I've been really, really angry or really, really sad. And not that we want to push away emotions. Ideally, we want to feel emotions, connect with them. So many of us are so used to distracting and pushing away. But then at a certain point, when the mind just keeps perpetuating emotion, then these tools like toning can come in and we can use it as a way to mm, release the ruminative mind and come into the body, into the present moment. So it's a nice tool for that. All right. So in a moment, we're going to breathe in. And then as we breathe out, you're going to do your Om. And again, I would encourage you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable. If it doesn't, just allow the gaze to be soft. But the idea is that you're using the sound vibration to really connect up with your own body and your own vibration, feeling it in the body. Whenever you're ready, breathing in. Om. Om. Coming into whatever posture you'd like to meditate in, whether that's lying down, sitting in a chair, sitting on the floor, maybe standing if you're sleepy today. And beginning just to notice the lower half of the body. If you're sitting, noticing your seat, noticing the pressure of the base of your spine against the cushion or chair or ground. If you're lying down, feeling the parts of the body that are contacting the ground, tuning into body and breath, just noticing points of contact with the ground, and then also noticing sensations of breathing. And when the mind wanders away from these objects of focus, just gently bringing it back again and again, bringing it back to body and breath. Thoughts will rise, thoughts will fall. Letting them be there. You don't have to fight with your thoughts or your mind. Very normal for thoughts to come in. So each time you notice the mind getting active, or maybe the mind is just generally active today, that's okay. On days that my mind is just constantly running, what I try to do is just have my breath in my awareness along with the thoughts. So if your mind is super active today, I find that fighting with the mind, it just gets stronger. It's almost like a little child kind of throws a tantrum if we try to control it and block it. So I've stopped doing that now. Just let it run and just be as minimally concerned with it as possible. So just sort of taking this attitude of, well, like, meh, all right, this is the way the mind is today. It's busy. All right, whatever. It's ruminating, it's scared, it's whatever it is, usually beneath a bunch of like really active minds stuff, mind thoughts is an emotion or a part that's wanting to be witnessed and felt. So maybe if your mind is really active, rather than fighting with the mind, sort of seeing like, okay, what is my mind needing? What's happening here? Is it ruminating about a conflict with a loved one? Maybe it's needing comfort and compassion. Are you beating up on yourself today about something? Again, comfort, compassion, being hard on yourself, being hard on someone else in your mind. What what's the underlying thing here? What's the underlying need? And then see if we can't always give ourselves what we need. Sometimes we need it from other people, but see if there's anything in this moment that would just be comforting to the mind. Maybe a hand on the heart, hand on the face, maybe something you're longing to hear, maybe reassurance. Seeing if you can tell yourself it's going to be okay. There's worry or fear. And even if all of you doesn't believe that, just seeing how it lands. If you put your hand on your heart or put your arms around each other, squeeze your upper arm and just say, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Even if you don't fully believe it, just try. If there's a lot of fear or worry, rumination. So rather than being hard with the mind, which is most of our habit, certainly my habit, we're used to being self-critical, like wanting to do this meditation thing perfect, wanting to do this life thing perfect. There's no perfect. We're just doing the best we can. Seeing if you can meet yourself where you're at. Soften the criticism, soften the judgment, and come back to, yeah, it's hard being human. It's just the way it is today. Seeing if you can bring kindness to yourself. Oh, yeah, this is the way it is today. Comfort yourself with touch. Rest in the breath as much as you can. Just noticing the breath. Imagining that the breath is like this swaying hammock in and out. Soothing yourself with touch and breath. Letting the mind do what it needs to do, but then coming back to breath, body, not as a way to be hard on yourself, but as a way to be gentle on yourself, a way to be kind. Letting the mind rest in the breath. Let's practice in that way together. Just seeing if you can rest in the breath, letting the mind do its thing, and then coming back to now again and again. Mind running, but also having this delicate breath in your awareness, just resting in the sensations of the in and the out together. How it feels to soften your face, relax your jaw. Each out breath is a new invitation to soften the body a little bit, to let go a little bit. Just kind of leaning into what the out breath already does, anyways. Leaning into a softening that happens automatically. Softening the face and the mouth and the jaw. Noticing mind, sensations, emotions, the whole gamut of the human experience, all of it right here in the present moment, not needing to push anything away, not needing to cling on to anything. Just noticing when that happens, noticing when there's a grasping of, ooh, I like this. I want this to stay like this. Just noticing it. It's going to happen. It's being human. And then noticing aversion. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like this feeling. I don't like this sensation. I don't like this person. Noticing aversion. Noticing attraction. And then noticing neutrality, which sometimes can just come up as boredom or like checking out, dissociating. All these three states, normal parts of the human experience. And we're just in our meditation, we're just bringing them up more and more into the conscious plane, watching and witnessing as our human selves try to push away, try to grasp, and then zone out. And again, we don't need to be critical of this. It's just, we're just raising our level of consciousness about these mind habits. Just watching, witnessing, seeing, I do that. Ah, and I have a pain in my hip. I contract, I push away, maybe I zone out. Just watching the patterns. We're just bringing curiosity, bringing lightness to what we do. It's quite funny when we zoom out. We all do these things. Very human. We don't have to take ourselves too seriously. We can just see, like, did it again. Haha. And pushing away and grasping. And when we're walking around interacting with each other, we're much more aware of these habits because it gets trickier when you involve multiple bodies. So we're just practicing in our own being, our own body, our own minds, aversion, attraction, neutrality, just watching, noticing breath, coming back to now. Breath is now, back to now. Noticing self-criticism, noticing perfectionism, back to now. Okay, my mind's doing that. Back to now, again and again. Let's practice together in this way, just noticing, witnessing the human self doing its thing, bringing a lightness, curiosity, noticing if we take ourselves a bit too seriously and just allowing that to be so, seeing that as well, all part of it. We'll complete our sit together with 3 ohms. Again, feeling the om, different parts of the om, feeling it in your body, with your sound, your vibration. Whenever you're ready, breathing in. Om. 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 May the fruits of our practice today spread outwards in all directions and help to end the suffering of all beings everywhere, including our own. Namaste. Namaskar. I bow to each one of you. Thank you so much for showing up, taking the time to slow down, come into your body, come into the present moment as best you can. Accepting that every day is different. Intending to grow our own self-compassion, which will invariably spread outwards, and we can be compassionate towards ourselves only to the level that we can allow in ourselves. Will we allow that in others? Only that which we have stopped judging ourselves for will we stop judging in others. In this way, we can get free little by little from that which causes our own suffering. And we can be kinder and show up more compassionately to others. And that's the way we change the world, little by little, one moment at a time. Not through perfectionism, just through self-kindness, self-acceptance, little by little. So good to be with you. And I'm feeling a lot of calm, tenderness, kind of imagining all these faces, this community that we co-create when we come together, when we bring our energy together into the present moment. Powerful stuff. Mm. Yeah. Thank you for all the hearts, all the love, yeah, all the love that we're co-creating, all the love that we're tapping into here together. Lovely. So grateful to be a part of this community. Y'all get me to show up, sit down on my butt and meditate. Thank you for that.